The Light Beyond the Shadows. Part E. The Fall. In a small countryside town surrounded by rice fields and narrow dirt roads, lived a boy named Min. His family was among the poorest in the village. His father was a bricklayer who lost one leg in an accident, and his mother sold vegetables in the local market. Despite living in a dilapidated wooden house with a leaking roof, laughter still echoed from it because Min was always smiling. From a young age, Min had a dream to become an engineer and build safe houses, so no one would live in fear when it rained like his family did. But dreaming in poverty was like trying to fly with broken wings. At school, Min wore tattered uniforms and sandals with worn-out soles. He walked more than 5 kilometers each day, rain or shine. Many classmates laughed at him, called him names, and avoided him. Poor boy, they whispered, but Min never stopped smiling. What others didn't see was that Min studied under a dim oil lamp, holding books with torn pages. Every night, he would hold a broken compass and draw lines over and over, teaching himself geometry. He kept an old notebook where he wrote, "I will build houses. I will build a better life." But then, tragedy struck. One stormy night, the wooden house collapsed while his father was sleeping. The injuries were too severe, and Min lost his father. The dream that once shone so brightly now lay shattered among the debris. His mother's eyes, once full of warmth, turned gray with exhaustion. Min stood alone in front of his broken home, drenched by the rain, trembling. But he didn't cry. That night, he took his notebook, pressed it to his chest, and whispered, "I am not giving up." Part R. The Climb. After his father's death, Min became the man of the house. He woke up at 4 a.m. every day to help. His mother pushed a cart of vegetables to the market. Before heading to school, his eyes were often red, not from crying, but from lack of sleep. Though burdened by hardship, Min never let go of his dream. He worked harder than ever, studying late into the night, asking teachers for old textbooks, and borrowing library books that were too worn for others to read. His effort did not go unnoticed. One teacher, Miss Lan, saw the fire in his eyes and gave him a scholarship from her own savings. She told him, "You may have nothing, but your will is worth more than gold." The village laughed. Why help a boy who will never make it out of here? But Min did not hear them. His mind was filled with equations, bridge designs, and blueprints. At night, he would sketch imaginary buildings and label each beam and screw. The National University entrance exam approached. Min studied harder than ever. When the results were announced, he was one of the top scorers in the entire province. He won a full scholarship to a top engineering university in the city. That day, his mother cried tears of pride and disbelief. Min, for the first time in years, allowed himself to cry too. He was leaving the village, not to run away, but to build the tools he needed to return stronger. Part 3. The Storm. University life was a whole new world. The buildings were tall, the students well-dressed, and conversations happened in English and code. Min felt like a fish out of water. He had only a few shirts, a pair of jeans, and a second-hand laptop with a cracked screen. While others went to cafes and clubs, Min worked part-time jobs washing dishes, delivering food, tutoring. Every penny went to rent, books, and sending a little home. There were days he wanted to give up. The lessons got harder, the pressure grew. He failed subjects in his first year and was warned of academic probation. But Min remembered the notebook. He still kept in his drawer the one with his father's handwriting from years ago. Even the tallest buildings start with a single brick. He picked himself up, asked for help from peers, joined study groups, and watched online lectures all night. He didn't chase grades, he chased understanding. By the time he reached his final year, Min was among the top students. He presented his thesis on sustainable, low-cost housing based on the very kind of house his family once lived in. The professors were impressed. A foreign professor visiting from Japan offered him an internship. Min declined. He looked the professor in the eye and said, "Thank you, but I need to go home first. There are people waiting." Part 4. The Rise. Min returned to his hometown with knowledge, courage, and a plan. He partnered with local builders and used his designs to construct safe, affordable homes for poor families. He used natural materials, rain-resistant roofing, and solar energy. He didn't just build homes, he built futures. With the help of a few friends from university, Min launched a community project training youth in construction skills. Within 2 years, over 50 homes had been built. He also rebuilt his family's house, this time with thick walls, a firm roof, and a small room that he turned into a study for the village children. He named it Room of Dreams. People no longer laughed when they spoke of men. They called him the boy who came back to build. One rainy night, as thunder rolled through the valley, Min stood in the doorway of his new home, holding a warm cup of tea, watching his mother smile peacefully for the first time in years. He knew he had not just changed his life, he had lit a fire in the hearts of many others. And though the storms of life would come again, Min had learned to face them not with fear, but with fire in his soul and the echo of his father's voice in his heart. Even the tallest buildings start with a single brick. If you found the story inspiring, consider subscribing and giving it a like. It helps the message reach more hearts. Ready to rise?